It's our second stream of the day. Make sure you get in the Discord so you never miss one going live. Today, we're going to be talking about strategy for week 2 DFS, primarily the draft games on Underdog. We're going to talk about strategy for week 2 Survivor. We'll talk best ball. We do it all around here. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. It's week 1 and people are dunking on other people's exposures. It's a great time. It's a great time. A great time to be alive. Week 2, always a great week. People, of course, are going to drastically overreact in either way. Wow, we entered the dog bowl snap filled. So, ooh, sorry about that, guys. Let's do a draft. Then we'll talk about Survivor for NFL, not the show. This is a dog bowl draft. Top 3 in the contest win a $10,000 ticket to go draft for $200K in person. The winners last week pretty much all used Daniel Jones stacks or Justin Fields. If you were sicko enough, I'm sure Aaron Rodgers could have got there. But basically, the Daniel Jones stuff was so good because it was something that simmed well and was low owned in many assets. Number one, it was low owned in the aspect that you had to scroll down for not only the quarterback, but also the pass catcher. Now, obviously, Daniel Jones got kind of lucky to score 2 one-yard touchdowns, but that's the game we're playing, right? You want access to guys who could do that. He was low owned. I think it was sharp to be doing that. I didn't get there myself. We're, of course, going to overreact to a lot of things. We're going to underreact to some things as well. We're going to keep it on ADP here because I'm just curious what ADP is as this ticks off. Derrick Henry. Okay, he gets the Browns, so good matchup. His expected fantasy points was not good. Now, you might not care about that because good players break expected fantasy points, but I think Hayden Winks tweeted out. Here we go. So running backs usage. Henry slotted in at 9 fantasy points a game. Expected. Actual was 31. So, I mean, I don't think it's alarm bells for Henry. Again, the thesis of fading Henry, which gets people all tight in their britches. Oh, everyone's fading Derrick Henry. Brother, he went in the first round and the second round. Obviously not. Use your brain. If everyone's fading him, he would go in the 18th round. But yeah, I mean, typically guys who have an expected fantasy points of 9, but actually score 31 are going to negatively regress. CMC, his expected was 32. His actual was like 18. So he is a positive regression candidate and was awesome. Yeah, we'll do Puka for sure. This is my first look at the slate here. Should we scroll for Cook? JT played awesome amount of snaps. Scroll for Cook. Why not? Unique combo. Kind of allows you to go chalkier the rest of the way. Simply having things that other people don't. CMC went 101 in this. Maybe that's an overreaction, but with all the injuries, probably not. Would love to see the weekly DFS article come back. I plan to have rankings for the BR slate. That's what I'll have. I don't know if I'll have a full article this year. But maybe. Maybe I'll have a quick write-up on the BR slate. Just like I want to have stuff more BR-centric versus DraftKings-centric because it aligns more with what people are drafting for. No, that's a smash trade. Trading away Hampton for Hubbard, that's like a huge overreaction. This is the dog bowl right here. I don't think it was cute to bench Ridley for Keon. Oh, you got cute. You did the right thing. Good job. I just ate. Clearly too fast. So, yeah. There's always someone who drafts 8 best ball teams and took 6 Derrick Henry and is like, "Oh, you faded Derrick Henry. You made all of your followers fade Derrick Henry." Dog, I didn't do anything. I didn't draft a lot of Derrick Henry. Everyone's welcome to do what they want. Man, this is a legit question, Nick. Would you start fanning over Devonta Smith? I would stare at the horizon for a long time, Nick, and I would think about it. I would just kind of let the waves of the universe wave over me and think about it. You're going to feel silly either way, man. You're going to feel silly if you benched your 5th round pick or whatever. You're going to feel silly if Fannin gets 12 targets. Obviously, the Bills-Ravens games, like the plays are skewed up. So I'm kind of curious what people are going to do with particularly the Bills side of things. Looks like Keon's ADP is relatively in check right now. Maybe that gets steamed up late. His ADP is 60, which means he's a last round pick. But honestly, I think I would. I don't really think it's a victim of the moment. He was legit used everywhere from the jump. If you were like, hey, would you start Dalton Kincaid over Smith? I would be like, man, it's boom bust, right? It's boom. Honestly, and the Eagles guys, they're boom bust. Like they're worst managed picks. Lee here getting bold. Oh, this is big time happening. I don't know if it happens in BR, but people are thinking with their exposures right now. They're not like a lot of people, right? A lot of people are just trying to think with their exposures. They're not trying to think through like what did they see or whatever. And there will always be some analyst who agrees with someone early on where they could be like, well, blah, blah, blah. The AI robot from Yahoo said this. So it's not like I'm not making this up. I think Fields is interesting. He's obviously boom bust, but the Bills are getting like they're safeties, man. They're very flat footed. I'm easily Herbert rest of season over Fields. Like pretty easily. I do think Fields is interesting. Like Cook beats you down and then Fields runs all over the Bills. I think that's in the range. New England was getting toasted in the secondary, so I think Tyreek is somewhat interesting as well. Let's go Fields for the correlation. I kind of wanted to get like Keon. Running back is bleak, so I think we might just go Fields here. Why not? Like, I'm a lot more interested in Fields than I am Garrett Wilson. Brees and Merritt for Jacobs. I'm thinking about it for both sides. How do you feel about the tight end split? I think we need more info there, but not managed guys. Yeah, I definitely think going to the like in salary cap DFS, Amon-Ra, Brian Thomas, Chase, like these guys are probably going to be less owned than they should be just because they didn't put up big box scores. Nico. Come on, man. We can't be doing this week 1. Like okay, there's like 4 players who scored a lot of points. So basically, if you didn't have Josh Allen, or you didn't have Derrick Henry, or you didn't have Lamar Fields, Zay Flowers, Keon, yeah, we went through a full recap on snaps and everything. If you want to get in the nitty gritty, I recommend watching that. One pretty rapid fire, so like and subscribe. Usually I do the best ball leaderboard show talking through the slate, but like early on in the season, it will be talking about routes run and stuff. Routes run and stuff like that. Who cares about that by week 5, week 6, unless things significantly change? Like at that point, I'll probably pull in someone else just to talk about like, hey, how you feeling about this? Tucker Kraft, he did block a little bit more, but he just looks good, man. So I think he's probably better in best ball, but I like him. $200 off of 900, by the way, is not even probably bad. Because, like, let's assume you're talking about BBM. BBM displays a min cash, which obviously you're not trying to min cash. Tight end skill player for us here. Kind of a fun team. Puka, absolute stud. Cook. Cook could kind of fall through the cracks. So Keon goes 50 here. Like this guy, Chad here. I don't know if Chad is watching, but he goes Fannin and Keon. Like that's a slappy thing to do somewhat. Night's going good. Think I'm going to get some snacks after this. I keep saying Cooks. I'm assuming you're talking about Brandon Cooks. You're probably talking about James Cook. I mean, it's not a new feeling for me, Angus, but it just confirmed even more that like Rashee Rice will be an absolute giga smash. And I just wish I had even more. No. He looks decent, but like, no, man. They played the Panthers. Okay, like Kittle, Bowers, McBride. That's 3. You ain't getting through that. Obviously, you like Laporta better. That's 4. Tyler Warren, 5. Not to mention like several other guys we like more. He's probably a top 12 tight end, but let's be serious. 5-ish weeks. Yeah, Fannin and managed PPR for sure is a good waiver claim. I talked about this. It's possible. Should I trade Pearsall for Pickens? I would not trade away Pearsall for Pickens. I mean, he's like the only healthy guy, Oh yeah, if you have a manage and you can sell Henry, I do agree he's a sell. Now, are we going to go strange now? Yes. But he's not a top 5 tight end. Like that's a little ridiculous. Swift is, he played all the snaps. So I think it's reasonable to do him. Tillman's kind of a fun scroll. Let's do Tillman as a scroll. Right, you want to be getting minimum probably 1 unique player. Not so, Fields not someone I need stacked up. We're obviously playing the rushing touchdowns. Trade away Jordan Mason for Pearsall. Assuming you're good at running back, absolutely. Fannin or Kraft and managed. I'm Kraft, but it could look silly, Angus. I mean, Brock Purdy might not play, so I wouldn't say that. I would buy Achane, assuming someone's selling pennies on the dollar. So fun team. A couple teams who should be throwing the ball. Jags and Browns. Some weird correlation. A unique combo at the top. It's logical. Let's do Survivor. Pool, that is. Our Splash Sports. You can use promo code Cheslium. I think it's Hoy or whatever. It's in my Discord. Link below. But anyways, we had 8 entries. They all made it through. I'm going with the this might change, but currently I have the Rams over the Titans in 4 of them. Rams defense is awesome. Titans looked pretty bad, despite that game being close. And yeah, just hard to see them losing. Another, Rams, probably not a team you're going to feel like fist pumping about every week. On 2 of the teams, I'm going with the Cardinals over the Panthers. Again, the Cardinals are a team I want to use early. Game theory wise, I just don't think I'm going to be like, yes, the Cardinals early, right? This team here, where I chose the Commanders week 1, like this team, we're just going to burn all the good teams early. Game theory wise, you want to save the good teams in this. The way it works is you got to choose 1 team the first 10 weeks, and week 11 on, you choose 2. But just in case the season gets wacky, right? Like, let's say that like the Titans win this week and the Panthers win this week. Well, then 90% of the contest might be dead. So we're just going to burn the good teams early. This one is Baltimore over Cleveland. Usually you want to save these teams for equity reasons late. But yeah, this is our what if the season goes sideways early team. And then this team, I don't know. We're just doing different stuff on this team. We got the Bengals. We got the Chargers over the Bengals were lucky, by the way. This one is Chargers over the Raiders. I think I'll probably stay there, but like this with 8 entries, I feel no need to just jam Rams and Cardinals for all of them. Like it would really suck to be just dead week 3. And this is my first time doing Survivor. 95% of the contest is still left. So 5% of people kind of 5% of the field dying in a gimme week is kind of crazy, right? Because the clear choice there last week was Broncos or Cardinals. And only 52% of the field chose them. The rest of the field was just doing whatever it wants, I guess. 11% on the Commanders. So these people are like hey, we don't understand game theory. We just want to pick a winner crowd. Jags. Okay, that one was maybe sharp, honestly. This might be sharp action. Eagles. This is hey, I want to sweat a team on Thursday night, I guess. They got lucky too. Bengals. This is kind of like the Commanders pick. Steelers. I mean, this was a crazy one. They got lucky there, but okay. Patriots, 2% of the teams died there. 220 picked the Bears. I think a lot of the Bears-Vikings teams, because you could enter this contest up till Monday night. So I think a lot of those teams were people joining last second on Monday because the contest overlaid. Oh, there might be there's overlay in this. I don't know what the overlay was. Maybe someone could tell me. And then, yeah, some other folks were just vibing out, doing things. Some people chose the Bills. Choosing the Bills or Ravens is obviously bad because you want to save these teams. So that is it. Yeah, so we got our teams through. Yeah, I don't know if it tells me what the entries were before, but That's what we're rolling with. I think we'll do, I don't know. Like, let's assume most of the field is dead week 7. I think I kind of have to keep it close to the vest then. AB saying there's another contest. You can't still join this main one, but you can join the other one on Splash Sports. Let's see. There's probably like a week 2 survivor is what he's saying. Yeah, it's 100K to first, $50. You got till Monday, and it's only 10% filled right now. So, yeah, who knows what this one gets like. I'm kind of content to play my other 8 teams, but I don't know, man. I wouldn't be picking the Saints even if Mac Jones. Like, I think a lot of people might, but maybe I would do it on one team, not because I feel good about them winning, but because you got through with the Saints, Join my Discord, link is below. Let's do some drafts. Can't wait for these Eliminator pods. Would you trade away Ibuka and Olave for Hunter and Terry? Got Jaden at quarterback. It's pretty close, man. I think Hunter and Ibuka are equal. I mean, Ibuka scored 2 touchdowns, but that's not happening every week. And Hunter's probably going to have some bad weeks as far as him not playing wide receiver. And Terry is almost certainly better than Olave. But I think Terry's going to be a little rough to start the year until they get on the same page again. So probably, but I feel like you could I think like someone else will overreact to the Ibuka week more. Like this seems like like you're slightly ripping someone off. You can probably majorly rip someone off with Ibuka. I mean, man, I understand we like to blame companies and everything, but we got to think through the fact that they have to do score checks. Like you can't just make pods right after, right? Scoring providers provide them info, so you need to wait a little bit. Yeah, Shipley fractured ribs. Did see that. I mean, no, I don't think that'll happen. They were in that game with the Cardinals. Yeah, I heard Shipley fractured ribs, which sucks. Love that they were like, oh no, this has nothing to do with Shipley. I think Wednesday you'll have the pods. So tomorrow. I don't really care about the pods week 2 for the Eliminators because I got too many teams, but week 3, week 4, like that's when it's like, oh, I only got to check like 10 pods. But yeah, we'll look at some pods. Especially if you guys are playing me. We got 89 of our 150. 59%. Man, I mean, if James Cook scored 2 more touchdowns, that would have we probably would have gotten like 110 teams or something. Let's do Gibbs for sure. Bears are kind of a run funnel. Let's do Gibbs and Puka. Huh? I don't think you're saying the right thing. Christian Watson? He's on the Packers. Oh, 1-year extension. Wow. Okay, maybe he's playing, folks. I didn't draft any. I heard he was running, but this would kind of indicate he is going to play. And considering how they played their wide receivers week 1, like maybe he's a big part of the plans. I mean, I don't know. It could be a couple things. It could just be like a way for them to like circumnavigate The rookie deal. Yeah, Martin, dude. Don't be saying that. We don't risk injury on guys we don't draft. That's Bush League. Well, it could be something where like the Packers want him to do. Maybe the Packers want to get him out there early, and his camp is saying, well, why would I do that? I don't have any financial security. And yeah, this is the $5 battle royale. And he is like, well, and so they're like, okay, how about we give you 13 million and then you do it our way? And he's like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, stuff like that can happen. Hell yeah, man. Let's look up some BBMDB stuff after this. This is so he won't have advance rates and all that because he's pulling it from the API. He's not like Underdog didn't actually officially release the data. This is the whatever battle royale, the $7. Oh, why not? Cook again. Let's do Zay, man. Or T is interesting. No, let's do Zay. I think Pearsall is interesting too. I almost want to be like a week late on AJ Brown. It's kind of lame way to play it, but I don't know. I'm genuinely spooked about the calf. Well, he pulled it from the API. Underdog usually releases the data. Here, we'll start. We annoy Hayden once a year doing this. I do my part, folks. I'm sure this annoys Hayden, but once a year. Literally every year for the last couple of years, I tweet at Hayden. And I don't know if Underdog's always going to give us the data, so we'll see. We'll see. We do our part, though. Like the stream. Subscribe. Trevor ahead of Joe. Stacked, though. I guess we get Fields. Definitely a slate where it feels bad not to have one of the elites. Huh? Mahomes is there, too? God, we could do like Mahomes, Kelsey. I think Drake May is kind of fun with how bad Miami looked. Okay, so that guy stops even. Oh, he was stacking his game. Yeah, I think the fun ones are Caleb, May, and Dak. Let's do Dak and Ferg Daddy today. Ferguson could have had like 2 touchdowns in that game. Dak could have had a bigger game too. May and Henry was super live there. Fun team, though. Dak Gibbs, Cook, Puka Flowers, Ferg. I mean, it's bold till it works, right, Dave? All right. Best Ball Mania. What do we want to see, folks? What do you want to see? Who's the player who you're curious who has the most of them? Who's the Derrick Henry sicko? Renegades. This is the high stakes guy who drafted also Joe Mixon in every draft. So I'm sure if we look up Joe Mixon, he's going to be top of the list. What did I tell you? I legit didn't know that before, but I just know that from doing high stakes drafts with this guy, he was like taking Joe Mixon rounds above his ADP, always. Booty, kind of a sharp one. Kev Tay. There was a guy in my chat at one point being like, you got to get Booty. You got to get Booty. Maybe he's right. Booty said, I'm a former first round pick. Neighbors or Nico rest of season? I'm Nico. In PPR, maybe you lean Neighbors, but I'm Nico. It's like not a trade, why are you trading those guys? They're equal things. Fannin. Things like Fannin and whatnot, like it's going to be skewed to who drafted late. Beer Shear. Richardson. Yeah, let's get the sickle ones. I'd rather have Fannin than Juwan. Indy Corona, 122 Richardson teams. How about Daniel Jones? Ed Severia. Beer Shear again. Krosky Merritt. This one could maybe be skewed late, maybe not. Dave the Champ. Bryce, yeah. Okay. AO 19. Flacco. Beer shit. This guy is just drafting. He's like shown on like 500 of these lists. Tootin. Tootin is like probably my highest rostered player on DK. I don't have that much here though. 98 Jay Green. Yeah, I don't make the list. ETN. Jameis Winston. Rice. ETN. Big Herm. Beers here. Dude, this guy is everywhere. How does this guy have every player? We got to look up Beers here's player. You can look up your favorite touts exposures here if you wish. Okay, Beers here is a risky guy. 144 Christian Kirk teams. Woody Marks. Is it the same guy we're seeing? Fannin. Daniel Jones. Flacco. What was this guy's strategy? He's just like, let me get Flacco, Daniel Jones, and Jalen Hurts. Yeah. Then he's got some good players. He might have autoed. Ayuk's not even a bad one to have, is it? Feeling good about Ayuk. I mean, Ayuk and Kittle might miss the same games. Gilbert Arenas. We'll pull him up later. 92. I didn't go crazy on Ayuk. I'm probably the most drafted for some players. Let's look up Keon. Again, I'm not someone who's going to draft like 8 trillion% of a player anymore. 35 Keon teams. We make the list. James Cook. $41 Cook team. So we're close to the top there. Trey Tucker. I had Tucker ranked ahead of Beck by the end. I had him ranked ahead of Amari too. Igbuka. How about Henry? I bet Henry drafters were more likely to draft Joe Mixon. Okay, we can't actually tell that with this. Whose exposures you want me guys to look at? Don't be mean to anyone, but we're gonna look people up. Gills Arena 0. Yeah, so he just autoed a bunch of teams. So he's got this. Here's me first. We'll start with me, of course. We're not hiding from anything. Flock, you need to help me up with, like, I don't know Flock's fantasy name. Hit him with the gritty. Guys, I need exact names. The gritty I do know. The gritty, Jam and Ramondre, Adonai, Fields. Laporte is an interesting jam by the gritty. Braylon Allen, Najee. Yeah, like the Najee, Ramondre, Braylon, that's classic gritty. J-Mo, so I think he's doing the week 17 thing with the Hawkinson Lion stuff. QJ, good week for the gritty. Lamar, Kincaid, Leggett. He told me he comps Leggett to AJ Brown, and I said that's insane. Other than that, Gritty's a lot more flat than he used to be. I think Gritty's learning, folks. Had some Henry. He still has bad roster construction sometimes, but he also occasionally does not. Flock Fantasy. We're not just doing randos, guys. You got a Tuttle 05. There's no way Tuttle drafted the team. All right, let's see. Flock. See, this is not right. Flock Fantasy. Is it Fantasy Flock? I did draft against him, so I could look it up. Okay, this is it. So pretty flat for Mr. Mason here. QJ. Big week for him. Kyron Williams is a very interesting second. But yeah, he seems to be someone who caps himself out at 16%. And then a lot of 8% guys. So pretty interesting way to play it. More of a like spread it out type of guy. Hard to even, give takes when someone does that. But okay, he's got Josh Allen. He had QJ, Olave and Smith. Guys I liked as well. Judkins should practice this week. Jalen Tolbert, I liked him to start. Pittman had a good week. Amari Cooper, that one's obviously bad. Bryce Young, he doesn't love. But yeah, it's hard to get burned with this strategy, right? People want me to look up Pat and Davis. We'll do Davis first. Pat was poking fun of the Keon Coleman tweet. Eat it, Pat. probably didn't draft Keon. Kincaid's cousin must be an absolute baller. He tweeted this out after I said, because I tweeted out like some like let's go Kincaid stuff or whatever, or like eat it haters. And I also had tweeted out before that Keon is CeeDee Lamb's cousin and Xavier Worthy's cousin is not even in the NFL. I also tweeted out that Keon was drawing live to straight up outscore Worthy. I meant without injury, but the injury did happen. Anyways, Davis, Tootin, I think Tootin could be a big hit. Shaheed, I like Shaheed as well. Worthy, obviously, is injured. Bowers looked good, but might be injured. We'll see. Golden, I tend to think Golden will be fine, but yeah, week 1 wasn't great. Noel, I mean, Kirk got hurt, but he didn't really do that much week 1. Hunter, I think Hunter will be fine. Davis, pretty flat this year as well, by the way. 16%, staying true to himself or new self. Yeah, I mean, got some good stands here. Could work out. Karain. I mean, it's got to be Drake May, right? Let's look. We're looking up the Bills exposures of these guys. Davis, Keon Fader, Kincaid Fader. Where's that 8%, Davis? Faded Nico. Maybe the big old line people are right, because I definitely drafted a lot of Nico. But yeah, felt bad week 1. Karain, ton of Luther Burden. Think it's too early to judge that one. Ton of Tootin, a lot of Fannin. That one probably feels good. Tend to think Fannin will be better in PPR, but we'll see. I think both the Colts and Browns guys, like there's risk that you deal with worse quarterback play in the money weeks. Bowers, good player, but yeah. Bunch of Patriots. Miles Sanders could work. I mean, probably not, but could work. Juwan Jennings hurt his shoulder. Kind of an interesting one to just have a lot. Doesn't really fit his thing here. Judkins, Harvey. Yeah, Crane, Crane likes the young ones. Downs looks, man, it was pretty bad for Downs. What's Crane got on the relatively flat after that? What's old Crane got on the Bills guys? Full faded Keon. Wow. Kincaid, not a full fade. How about Cook? Yeah. One team. This corner of the internet, I bet Davis didn't have a lot of Cook either. I'm curious, though. They're kind of like the corner of the internet that does not like these high efficiency guys. Davis had 7. Is it Jover for Loveland drafters? I mean, let's be serious, man. For any rookie, no. He looked good running routes to me. Like that's such an unserious question. Peter over that. You might be like, oh, why didn't I take Warren? But declaring his career over is insane. Pete, lot 2, and Pete's very flat as well. Shipley, I think Shipley would have worked out and still could, but yeah, hurt. Sampson caught a lot of passes. Scatabo, yeah, I don't like that one, but might work out. Worthy, hurt. Super flat after that. How'd Pete do on the Bills, guys? Did I see Shakir there? A lot of Shakir. So makes sense why Davis and Pat making jest about the Bills guys. Didn't draft him, right? Trying to neg him. Keon. Got some Keon. I think Pete did team drafts with everyone. Kincaid. Got some Kincaid. Cook. No Cook. See, this is what I was talking about, guys. Like why I liked Cook so much is these other content creators who probably are generally also giving sharp advice. Like they're not recommending a guy like this. So it's a way for me to get different with a guy I think they're wrong about and compete with a different subset of people. Yes, Rhino. Of course, we can look at yours. For Super Chat, for sure, dog. Element 27. $150 teams. So you're in this, Rhino? Algier, I mean, he was getting rushing work, probably needs an injury. Algier, Aaron Jones, Diami. You got to type, dog. You got to type. You're pretty flat, too. Like, to a T. 2x is your maximum. Some people do that as, like, a rule. I don't, which I'm not, like, crazy over that. We'll come back to you. There are years where I'm way above, but, yeah, I guess not. Like, and 2x is quite a bit. I got a couple 20%ers, but in general, I do 26%, 2x the field makes sense. Aaron Jones. I drafted Jones too. We're going to see how it goes. He scored a touchdown, though. He looked good in the passing game. Jaden, I like it. Hurts, I like it. Hurts and Ertz, I like it. Connor might not be good. Keenan, my real question is, when did you draft it? Josh Palmer seems good in best ball. Bucky might be like the best pick in the second round. You were with me on Cook. Looks like you like these running backs. You did Jacobs as well. We're checking you, Rhino. How'd you do on Keon? 17 teams. Okay, you weren't out of this. Kincaid. Yeah, you got the good team score points. Real quick, I want to see who drafted the most CMC. The Badge Bros. We could check out the Badge Bros. Eman Razi somehow has 104 CMC teams. So I'm going to assume that he just took him very high. FF Wizard. Wizard was like a guy who advances a ton of teams. He took 61 CMC. So they probably were taking him at like 5 or so. Eric, we got you. Wookiees. I think we saw you recently, your name. Wookiees. Wow, Wookiees. Putting me to shame. 54 Cook teams, 150 teams. So you're in here. Cook and Aaron Jones, Charbonnet. I mean, looks good so far. Tracy. We'll see. Giants guys is like, Debo's got to hold up, but usage was very encouraging. Ferg should have had some touchdowns, man. Good week for you, Wookiees. Good week for you. Reed, I'm with you on Reed, but we'll see. Looks like maybe you're a Packers fan, or maybe you just love the spot because you got Wicks, Reed, Love. McMillan, I think McMillan would have been good and still could be. Chase Brown looks awesome. Herbert, good. A lot of good I'm seeing here, man. Bucky. We're checking your Keon. 8%. Yeah, so that's reasonable. Like if you don't like Keon's profile, I see no reason for anyone to be like, oh, let's get 2% of him. He's a year 2 guy who actually showed life last year for a team that changed pretty much nothing. So you didn't have to do what I did and take 22%, but why would you not have 8%? He was cheap enough, Who else do we want to look at? Let's check out the Badge Bros. We can check out Herzig. Nez. I know Nez was into Cook too. I don't really know about what John was doing. Nez, Mr. Risky here. 150 teams. I see a couple 30%. Nez was taking stands, folks. I respect it. JMO. Yeah, Nez likes some of my JMO tweets, so that makes sense. JMO Warren. Nez is a Steelers fan. That's what I do know. Jatavian Sanders. Mooney. I think Mooney will be fine. Debo looked good. Keenan. I'm curious the price on that. Right? Najee, ex-Steeler, so I think that's probably why. And he got so cheap. I know he was drafting Cook. He was doing 2x on Henry. Cook, he got 10%. He took Cook ahead of me in a draft, so it wasn't like he was jamming him. What you got on Keon? 11%. Yeah, reasonable, right? We got to check what his Rodgers exposure is. 5%. Yeah, seems fine, right? How about Calvin Austin? One team. Right. So we're not always we're not always a team whisperer here. Calvin Austin, good week, but he's not gonna be forever, probably. General looks good. I like that Nez played somewhat risky, right? A 30-year team's into a couple players. Just and propaganda made me draft Keon in every league. I mean, in best ball, I like it, right? Roto run. I got you, homie clause, after this. Let's see how John played it. John, Mr. Kincaid here. Pollard running good on the injury, although the team might be bad. Pittman. I wasn't drafting Pittman. We'll see how that goes. Golden, Slayton, these guys make sense. Best ball stuff. Worthy, injury. Lamb, I like. Relatively flat after his big guys. Yeah, John did 15 teams. Reasonable. I don't like, who are people jamming if they're taking 0? I guess the quarterbacks. You know why some people have 0, Keon? Because they're the sim bros using the bots to draft for them that tell them to go QB in rounds 8, 9, 10. And when you do that, you open yourself to massive downside if league winners open there. Another L for computer drafters. So yeah, good stuff from John. Let's check in on you, homie Claus. Then we'll look at Herzig, see what he's cooking with. What's my Buka exposure? We'll look it up after. He was like one of my highest drafted guys early. I didn't draft any in like the 50s. But for example, I have like 20% in the Eliminator, which I drafted early, or 16% or something. So we're exposed to Ibuka. Homie Claus, Mr. Adonai Mitchell, Jordan Mason should work out. Pop Douglas, his stat line, man, 2 catches, -2 yards, a touchdown. Caleb Johnson, I don't like it, but it might work out. Keon, okay. So yeah, you're Mr. Risky here. You're jamming. Rashee Rice. Let's look up the Rice exposure after this. You just got to get there. Guys like Debo will help you get Rice to the end. Dobbins, that one feels good. I'm curious to the price though, right? Like guys like Dobbins and Keenan, we got to know when you drafted them. Tyler Warren feels good. Mahomes does not feel particularly great, but there's a lot of time there. Bucky looks awesome. Pacheco, not so great. Hill is winning the war against, he's winning the battle against Keaton, but I won't say he's winning the war. Marvin, year 2 Marvin could be special for sure. Looks like you were big on the year 2 guys. I think that's logical. Pitts look pretty good. So you have bigger stands than a lot of the people we've been looking at, but in general, I would say it's good stuff so far, Zay Flowers. Who's the most Zach Moss, man? We're going to look it up. Any Jake Thompson, we'll look it up, dude. Sir, we're not worried about the computer drafting. Let's be serious. John to Nicholson. We'll do you. We'll check in on Herzig. Oh, did he have 18% Jamar Chase? Wow. Lucky dog. Oh, that's what I wanted to look up. I wanted to look up who has the most Jamar Chase. No, this is so wizard. 66 Chuba. This is John. John did 74 teams, so good to note that he didn't do 150 for his exposure percentages. Joe Mixon, John, I'm hoping it's cheap. Joe Mixon. Debo feels good. Jono, assuming it's cheap, feels good. Kraft, I like. Again, Marv could be special. Tyreek, very wide error bars on that. Generally good, Charbonnet, Darnold, Achane, Cook. White, Benson, guys like this, we'll see. You got some olds in there too. It's not, that doesn't, what you're saying doesn't make sense. Let's do Herzig, and then we'll check in on some players I want to see. What did Herzig do? Warren? Yeah, I was big into Warren too. So me, Warren, Herzig, a couple guys into Warren. Mooney makes sense. I think Herzig backweights his drafts towards August later in the year, but could have been different this year. Rashad White, Herzig's a Bucks fan. Saquon, big stand he made. 30 teams. Big Mike, Otter, Adam Smith, Fields Waddle, Roshan. I don't think it's over for Roshan. We got to see there. Tootin. He tweeted out that he made a big stand on Travis Etienne, but I guess he just did both of them, Etienne and Tootin, which seem reasonable. Let's see. How did Herzig do on Keon? 4 teams. So a couple of these guys not Keon believers. We'll see. And obviously Keon's not going to smash every week, but what if he does? How do you do on Cook? Yeah, he wasn't full fading Cook. I'm so I really think the Keon fade is not even purely because it's Keon. I think it's because these people wanted to go the window of quarterbacks. They wanted to go QB, QB, QB. They wanted 3 QBs. So they're probably like overexposed to like the Purdy's, the Mays, the whatever, It's like the fight for all the quarterbacks. 2 Gibbs teams? Who? Him? Oh, wow. Gibbs fader. Hot tip. Maybe he faded the Lions. No, he did not. He just liked the passing game. Oh, so I guess his stand was Saquon, is my guess. And Lamb, maybe? Not really Lamb, no. He's underweight Lamb. Did he run really hot in Jamar Chase? No. Was it McCaffrey? No. It's pretty much all Saquon. It's quite a risky way to play. I like Gibbs. Maybe he just, he plays on other sites. Maybe he did Gibbs on a PPR site. No here, but I liked him on both sites. No Jaden for him either. Maybe he just faded the elites. Josh Allen below. Lamar below. Jaden below. So yeah, general fade. Montgomery. Yeah, ETR is probably big in Montgomery, guys. Let's look up Leone. I think it's Leone. Yeah, he was also in on Saquon. Let's look up his Gibbs. More Gibbs, but I'm going to assume Montgomery is bigs. Leone's a Bills fan with me. 20 key on teams. Yeah, he wasn't fading the Bills. Gritty, we already looked at. We're not going back and looking at things. Let's look at some of the sick exposures or the combos. First off, who is the luckiest Jamar Chase drafter? You are the luckiest in the world. Homie Claus. What wasn't that person in chat? Homie Claus, you are, I think, John, you ran the best in Best Ball Mania. %. Now, obviously, we don't know Maybe Jamar Chase went at 2, went at 3, but in general, he was like a firm 101. So congrats, homie Claus. I'm on the list though. 17 teams. So only 10 below, the most out of 150. Yeah, you are. Top owner. Barely. Now someone probably was fading Chase. Yeah, no, he was pretty firmly one, but like for example, I did get Chase at 2 a couple times. Maybe like once or twice. Someone act for Jake Tongus. We already looked at CMC. Saquon, probably an ETR. No, no one had Jake Tongus. Chucky, amazing. 53 teams. Noah Fant. With 5 Noah Fant teams, we made the list. We had the most belief in Noah Fant. We were top whatever. 13. Zach Moss. I definitely have some Moss. And Mike Williams, man. I might have like the most Mike Williams. 2 Moss teams. Sadly, we make the top list with only 2 teams. But pour one out for Muskie Chops. Zach Moss is not officially retired, though. Mike Williams. Pour some out for Deep Sea. No Soup for You. Ryan Steele. So these guys like maxed early, I'm assuming. We have 2 Mike Williams teams. Pour some out for me as well. Luke McCaffrey. Yeah. Give me your sad boy exposures. I don't even hate the thing that this guy did, but yeah. Richardson. I think we already looked at Richardson. Ben Sinnott. Yeah, it's Ricky Person. We have to see if anyone drafted Ricky Person. Well, we'll look at Ron and Jacobs exposures too. Oh man. That's crazy. Last of the Titans in Venus. I know you're out there. Speak up. Speak up. I know you're out there. There's no way you drafted him before our stream. Vicious Philly, 121 Amari Cooper teams. Andrews and Kelsey. Let's look at that. Someone's probably have some big stands on these guys. Kamikaze, maybe well named. Gilbert Arenas, second most Mark Andrews teams. Kelsey, Gilbert Arenas, the most. Shadur, that's a good one. Alexis Vidal. Gibson. I mean, honestly, like kind of like a sharp one for injury upside. Shuck, I don't think Shuck is far from dead. Let's look up him and Dart. Someone who autoed probably has like a ton of Dart. The most Jonnu Tua. This won't tell you exactly that because there's a chance that they drafted Tua, a Dolphin, and then just took Jonnu as well. But the Wizard loves Tua. The Wizard takes, yeah, he plays very risky, folks. I was definitely doing Tua Jonnu early. We got you, Billy. Taysom Hill. I mean, Taysom Hill's not even dead. Billy P. Thanks for the super chat, BP. Prashard Smith, I like it, man. And Loveland. Okay, so we it's clear you have a type. Rookie, explosive guy. Year 2 guy. Rookie, year 2 guy. Year 2 guy. So you like the youth. Nothing wrong with that. Obviously some of these feel good. Guys like Smith and Loveland, they might not be the best guys to start, but I'm leaving a light on for them. Tootin, I mean, could even be week 2 for him. Who knows? Brian Thomas, things will get better. You did 81 drafts too, so not 150. So good to know for exposures. Trey Benson played a lot. Puka Nacua, awesome. AJ Brown, I don't like. When's he going to be fully healthy? Keon, you got. So I like it. You're clearly on the slappy side. Yeah, you're an arf. You're definitely an arf. Slappy final boss. Yeah, you're up there. People want to know when you drafted Ja'Cory. People want Bind Forward. I think it's Bind4. Help me out, guys. What's the username? I liked Will Shipley too, but 100 teams is honestly, I think he got unlucky. He might have played well. Yeah, playing risky, but respect it. I'm still leaving a light on for Keaton. Looks like he was big on Ravens pieces. Jalen Royals could get in there. Kittle, unlucky. Keon, he understood. Yeah, let's check out Ron and Jacob. Sander 26, I think, is Jacob. See, I'm sick enough that I know most people's underdog usernames in the universe. I've just like drafted enough times with them. Absolutely king of useless information. Is it Sander 26? I'm pretty sure it is. He doesn't have the full data yet. Jacob has DDoSed the site, folks. Sanders 26? Maybe that's it. That would make more sense. Maybe, guys, maybe we're crashing it. He's not used to this. Okay. Is it Sanders? Let's try Sanders 26. No, I think it is Sanders 26. Michael Pittman. Wow. He's a Colts fan, so. See, I wanted, in our main event, I have almost no Tyler Warren, so I wanted to hedge it with Tyler Warren, Titan Premium, and I thought, like, we took Cook for me. We took Justin Fields for Ron. I thought we were going to get Tyler Warren for him. Perfect Trinity. But they were not with me. But Downs, 2 in. So, yeah, Jacobs definitely he's an interesting guy. He's, like, mostly slappy, but not all the way. Olave, I'm with him on that. Tet, yeah, I mean, Tet might be a great target share guy. Who knows? I just don't know if the touchdowns will be there. Big Scatterbo guy. I just don't think the Giants are going to be good enough for it to matter. I do prefer Tracy, though. Travis Hunter, I was with him on Trevor. Hunter. Jaden Reed, Bowers, Pat Bryant. Pat Bryant barely played, but that should change. Coker, who knows? They probably got unlucky on it, though. Shipley. Rice is what I want to look up. Relatively risky stuff for him. Let's look up what his... Let's stay on him. Because he called... Yeah, Keon one team for him. You guys can't see that. No. But he has one team of Keon. It's at the literal bottom, so it's cut off by my scroll. He called Kincaid a functionally useless player to me. 5 teams. And I bet he's Cook 3 teams. So he told me, he was like, oh, you would think I would hate James Cook. Because you do. How about Walker? Yeah, I mean, who knows about Walker? He could be getting healthy. Sharps. So yeah, Jacob plays risky. The way Jacob views the game is like you only get 150 chances to draft the best team. So why take guys you don't like? Which is reasonable, but I think a little too rigid. This is Ron. Luther Burden, Coker. Again, brutal injury for those folks. Not for me, but for them. 2 in. A lot of people in the 2 in. I don't know why I don't have a ton of Best Ball Mania. I think it's because I drafted so many teams early with his inflated ADP, but I was taking 2 in everywhere in drafters and DK, so we're exposed if 2 in has a good year. Heavily. Tua, I did Tua too. Hunter, I did Hunter as well. Like him still. A lot of rookies here that need some time. What you got, Ron, on Keon? Keon, yeah, soft fade, 4%. Kincaid, soft fade. How about Justin Fields, Ron? Come on, Ron. You can't fade your own quarterback. How about Garrett Wilson? Now he faded. Brees? I ended up with 8% Brees after fading. So a lot of the... Wow. Yeah, let's look up some unique stuff. So I got a CMC Puka team that's advancing right now. Look at that before we get out of here. Oh, it's getting late. I don't think I can get... It's going to get like some ice cream or something. Okay. Puka, McCaffrey. How many other people are rolling with that? $410 teams. So not purely unique, but unique enough. No, I'm not nervous about the Garrett Wilson fade. I talked about, again, I would go back and watch my video earlier today where I ran through snap counts and everything, but Justin Fields passed the ball 22 times in a shootout. You know, that's not consistent to me. He's going to have high target shares, but we don't play in target share leagues. And I ended up getting, like Brees, I ended up getting Garrett Wilson in the 5th round on DraftKings, where he's a better pick if he is a good pick, you know? Jamar Chase London teams? Oh, yeah, I bet. Jefferson Lamb? There should be 0 of those. Like, that shouldn't exist. That doesn't even make sense. Yeah, those don't exist. Which is good, right? We like that that doesn't exist. Jefferson and Monroe, that will exist more. I don't have any of those, I don't think. Yeah, Fields might be more accurate, Braun, but I don't think it really matters if, again, are they going to get in games that's 34-22 each week? No. And even if he did, 16 completions on 22 pass attempts. This is a running team. 220 passing yards. That's like what Spencer Rattler did. Which I literally said all offseason. I'm like, well, Chris Olave is pretty much like Garrett Wilson. And if Chris Olave scored a touchdown, look, Spencer Rattler, 214 passing yards. So Fields threw for 4 more yards. But Rattler threw it 40 times. I have news for you, Sora. Rattler is going to throw it far more often than Fields. Like, you're not going to get Justin Fields throwing the ball 40 times. Now, Justin Fields throws downfield, but, and like, Garrett Wilson will be a little better in best ball-y where he will have just like random big games. But yeah, I'm just not worried about it at all. Score a touchdown. Yeah, I just liked guys more. I liked Cook more than Brees. And the market came to me, so worked out. CMC Chase, that doesn't exist. Someone's probably got a lot of Fields. We're not looking up teams that don't exist. There's no CMC Jamar Chase teams. Light bike. Gritty, second or third. Puka CD, that I don't think exists, but it might. I guess Lamb, there's probably a couple drafts where Lamb fell to 6 and Puka fell to 16. Yeah, so there's 3 teams like that. Yeah. It's 214 passing yards. Bijan Henry. Henry would probably randomly fall sometimes. Not like a combo I'd be fist pumping, but probably exists maybe once or twice. Overzet. Peter got 2 of them. CMC Gibbs exists. Yeah, it's the same thing as Lamb. Gibbs fell to 6, and then CMC fell to 16, I guess. It's kind of surprising it exists, but I guess early on, it probably happened literally the day the contest launched. Jefferson Puka, there's several of those. I'm sure of that one. Garrett Wilson. Let's see. Who was his biggest believers? Chaco. Brontosaurus Flex. Yeah, I think it just probably literally happened on the day of the contest. Gene T. Who's the big Gene T bull? All right, folks. Beer's here, man. This guy's everywhere. That's what I got for you, Chase Claypool. We got to look. We got to look there. We can do more of this later. Please tell me 0. Gritty man. Just in case he signs. Just in case he signs. Be sure to join the Discord. Link is below so you never miss a live stream. Always notify there when I go live. Like, subscribe. Again, we're not pulling up exposures to dunk on people. I willingly show mine. Don't care if anyone looks at mine. You have permission. People are going to hate on me anyways. Is what it is. Probably be live tomorrow with more drafting. Certainly if we have the pods for the Eliminator and everything. So peace out.